Hey, welcome back. This is part two, basically, of my Marvel Legends online auction find. And this is Marvel's Fantastic Four, The Invisible Woman. So as you can see, the package has some artwork on the side for the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. And on the back, it's got this like flap, and it doesn't have a whole lot of information. It just has like a picture of the figure. And that's pretty much it for the packaging there. Let's open it up and take a look at it. Okay, so we got the figure unpackaged and the accessories here. So we'll just start with Herbie. Looks like he's got an outlet on the back if you need to plug something in. But he's got his funny computer face and pretty much no articulation except for this ball joint on the head, which is kind of nice. So he can actually, or it can actually look around. So that's kind of a nice touch that they did with that. It's got this little stand that's kind of a clear plastic so you can see through it. It does come with another hand. So this is an open hand. This is the left hand. As you can see, like the fingers are transparent. So on the verge of turning invisible here. And then if you look at the figure, one of the arms is invisible and one of them is not, so obviously it's this hand that's supposed to be switched. But it would be kind of nice if maybe they offered like a second hand that wasn't invisible if you wanted to, especially if you were a kid playing with like this toy, right? She's in permanent partial invisibility. So she could never be just like sitting around in the office or whatever. But anyways, let's just take a closer look at this figure. Here's the head sculpt, and it looks nice. I mean, with the hair and everything, the hair is actually, I really like it a lot. It gives like a little bit of movement. The hair kind of stops it on the back, but you know, you can go forward with the head tilt and, you know, side to side. You can give a little bit of side to side. The thing is about this figure, if you really take a closer look at this head sculpt, I feel like we've seen this head sculpt like 100 times. And I think they use this sculpt on female characters and they just do a slightly different paint job. Now this is Medusa. She's from San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pack. And if you look at these two faces, I think that's the same sculpt that they use and they just do a different paint. But anyways, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's a comic book variation. It's not like modeled after an actress or any specific drawing or anything like that. So they just used like a standard head sculpt when they were making this figure. But anyways, it's got the traditional uniform, the standard 4 patch on the chest, and you turn it around. It's got a peg in the back, and I'm not really sure what that peg is for, but overall, I think the figure is pretty nice, right? It's got a upper body movement, which is pretty standard for the female characters. There's no waist movement here. You got range of motion here on the legs. You got the upper body, the upper leg tilt. You don't have anything on the lower leg like you did with the Prince Namor. And you know, you got the open arm movement, goes to about there. And then you got the elbow, which gives you about 90 degrees. The hands got the swivel and rotation. And of course, the double jointed knee, which goes to about there. The other thing that I noticed about this, I don't know if it's just been in the package too long or what the deal is, but the legs seem kind of strange. Like, for me to stand it, I had to actually, if you see the way the knee joints are, they're really flexible and they just feel like if you go too far, they're just gonna break. And then the other thing about this figure is if I try to stand this figure with the feet close together, I think it looks kind of strange, and it doesn't really, you know, like Like there's like a bow in this leg right here. It's kind of really a strange thing, but I noticed that on a lot of these figures, like this one right here, because the way I had it posed is kind of permanently now going outward. So you got like a, so I would have to, I don't know if I would have to like redo my posing to get that to like fix. And this figure pretty much has to stand up on its hair. But I think it's a good figure. It's looks pretty decent. It's not bad for $12. I think I would have been a little bit disappointed if I would have picked this up in the store for like 20 bucks. So I think this is a pretty decent figure. There are some things, it's an older figure, so you can't complain too much. The head sculpt was that pretty standard head that they used, I think, on everybody. They just changed the hair and the paint. The way the legs are right here, I'm glad that they made their changes, and the newer figures are coming out. They seem a lot sturdier. So overall, though, this figure's pretty nice. It's going to go up there on the shelf with some of my other marbles. I think I will get some more Fantastic Four. I do like this one because, you know, it doesn't have an outrageous uniform. It has that pretty comic book standard uniform on it. So I think it looks very decent. It's a good figure. Got it at a really good price, and I really can't complain. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, refer a friend, and come back for more.